Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. Today I'm going to review Big Hero 6, a Disney movie. Well, and first I want to give a shout out to the animation trainer. He made the request for me to review this movie, and so I think I wanted to mention him here and just say he makes reviews mainly from for animated movies, but also for others, for example also for Marvel movies, etc. And yes, he makes cool videos, he gives good reviews, and yeah, so subscribe to him if you haven't already, because he makes cool videos and he's a cool guy. So subscribe him. I will give you the link of his channel in the description. Well, and then let's continue with this review. Well, so first let's talk about the animation. So the animation is quite good. There is not so much special, but of course the animation shines when in a flight scene from Baymax and our main character Hero, and then we also see the sun and everything, and then the sunlight or something like that. That looks pretty cool, and also a few other effects look cool, but well, I wouldn't say there is something really spectacular about the animation, but it is good. So then let's move on to the characters. The characters, our main character is Hero. Like him, he's okay. I guess nothing so much special, but he's quite good. Or his brother is also, the relationship between those two is quite cool. And yeah, I like him actually. Yes, I like him. And his friends, other ones, I also like them. I don't know the names, but I think, for example, this chemist woman, I think, was pretty funny. I liked her very much. And yes, there was also a woman with black hair. As I said, I don't know the name, but she was also quite funny and cool. And yes, the other ones were also cool, maybe a bit strange, like this guy where he talks about his underpants. This okay, but oh well, they were okay, and yes. I also like the aunt. I think it was the aunt of Hiro. Yeah, I also liked her. And yes, overall, I like the characters. And let's talk about, of course, also about the villain of this movie. That is, I like also very much, because you just you can't know who is really the villain. And even though it seems predictable, in the end it isn't predictable, because it surprises you who really is the villain, because he hides under a mask. But I come to this right now with the story. But his character I also liked. He had a bit kind of a depth, even though I think it isn't worked out very well, but it was okay. Just something like all the characters were okay, just nothing really spectacular or something like where I was really impressed by a special character or something like that. That wasn't, but they were all okay for me. And of course, the best thing about the movie, the character, is of course Baymax, the robot. He's just outstanding as a character. He's really great. He's really funny. He's really sweet and cute, and you just have to love Baymax when you watch the movie. It is just like that. It is just Baymax. He's just a great robot, and yes, so I liked him very much. I also think he has very many funny lines, and just did great jokes with him, and he's just such a robot that you just fall in love with, and you just want to embrace him and have him as your own robot. And yes, then we come to the story. Um, the story is pretty cool. Also, in the beginning, there's also something unexpected and funny also. The good thing about the story is just that it is so funny. It has so many hilarious moments where I really just laughed out loud. That was very funny. Also, so for example, also a car chase and many things that were just so funny about this movie that I also really laughed. For example, for Zootopia, you just knew all the jokes, and there I don't really laugh so much because, well, I don't know. It is now, I'm used to it and everything, but this film really brought me to laugh. So that was really cool how funny it just was and hilarious, and it was of course also cute with Baymax, and also it has also its tragic elements, sad moments of course, and those were actually also made pretty well. There were also a certain moment towards the end that was also emotionally very well crafted. When no, I don't want to spoiler, but well, when Hiro made a mistake in some way and is then alone with Baymax, and Baymax helps him. That doesn't really spoil anything, but those who have seen the movie maybe know what I mean, which scene, and that was really also very well made, and that is just all moments where Baymax is helping him, also especially when he tries to help him psychological, or how you want to say, then always these scenes are just very great and cute and just very well made. And there are of course also action scenes. The action is also pretty good and it's also made very well. So yes, the action was also very cool. Also flight scenes were quite good made, and yes, the action, that was really pretty interesting to see the action also, because with the superpower also of the villain and then the superpower of the others, I think that was, they had cool ideas with this, and that really was entertaining. It could maybe even have been better, but it was pretty good for what it is, and so yes, that was really pretty cool. And also like how in the end they win against the villain. I mean, you know, they win against the villain, but how they do that is also pretty cool. And yes, I also just like that. It also has the feeling of something new. And then to the villain, there's just great that you really can't expect. That was really all the way. I just always thought, I know who is behind this mask. It is so predictable. It already annoyed me that the others didn't think about who may be the man behind the mask. And when they then think they found it out, you also think, yes, I was right, of course. But then when you really see who is behind the mask, you may be pretty surprised, and that was really cool. I really didn't expect the face that then I saw under the mask. That was really, really cool, and also just very cool that I didn't expect that. They made it very well all the way through. You think you know who's the villain, but then in the end they just say, no, you were wrong. That was pretty funny also, how the movie wants a bit to kid you in some way. And yes, and also I also like the ending, when also a certain moment where I then thought, man, this movie can't end that way. It is much too sad. That was really where I thought, man, what is that? But then it turned out to be a good end, and then I was also happy again, and so I think the ending was a bit maybe too fast even, but actually it was pretty well also made. And they happened just really things that you didn't really expect. So it was a very pretty cool story, also with many new things, and just it was very funny, hilarious, cute with Baymax, and also emotional, well crafted, and also great cool action and good ideas. And yes, it has, just with the whole story and everything, you have in some way the feeling it is something new. It has of course also many familiar elements, but still there are some things that feel new, that felt very cool. And so overall, I really like this movie. I was quite surprised in many ways by this movie. And so yes, in the end I can say it is just very funny, hilarious, cute, action-packed, emotional, and has also some things that you don't expect, so it is also not so predictable. So overall, it is really a great movie, and yes, so I just can recommend this film to everyone who haven't already seen it. And yes, um, yes, and so I just would say it is a great movie, and yes, I was quite impressed with it, and I had much fun with it. If I would have to score it, even though normally I don't really give a film a points, but I would probably give this movie, Big Hero 6, 8 to 9 points out of 10 if you want to. Or then from 5, 4.5 out of 5 if you want to. Something like that. So really near to perfect. Not quite, because there are still movies that I like more. It is not so that it was so impressive for me, but still it was really very, very great. So I just can recommend it, and also thank also you, Animation Trainer, and also others who brought me to this very great movie, Big Hero 6. Yes, so it is an amazing movie that you shouldn't miss, and yes. Then tell me in the comments how you like the movie, and yes, tell me also in the comments what are your thoughts about the movie. Also tell me what you think about some things I mentioned here, and yes, yeah, if you like my video, give me thumbs up, it would be a great support. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, and yes, then I'm looking forward to talk with you about the movie in the comment section below. And yes, and you also always, of course, can give me new requests of movie reviews, soundtrack reviews. Always, you can do that. And then for the end, don't click away, because I want to give another shout out. This time again to a very good friend of mine, a virtual friend, Raul Alcanta. I have already made a public for his channel, but I think he has deserved more subscribers, so I give him a shout out again. Because he has also made a review to Big Hero 6 that you also should watch, I think, because he makes really amazing videos. I love his videos because he don't never talks, but he just makes it something like a PowerPoint presentation, but with great music. Really, I love the music he uses. It's just fun music, and you just like it. And yes, I just like how he puts then pictures into it, and then just text where he writes what he thinks about this and this thing, and he gives always also points and so I really like his reviews. He makes really great reviews, so you should subscribe to his channel also. With Animation Trainer, I will link you both channels down in the description. And I just want to give you another shout out, Raul Alcanta, because you just make amazing videos, and yes, I love your channel, and I think everyone else who haven't seen his channel should subscribe to him, because he makes amazing and great videos. So don't miss to subscribe also to his channel. And then in the description you will find both channel links. And yes, that was it with the video, and I just tell you till the next review, and goodbye!